Hey, welcome to Mist. I'm Coach Nikita, and this is lesson 23, technique for the orange ball serve. Alright, let's get right into it. Again, I'm only teaching top spin serve. We'll get into flat serve once we get to higher level. Alright, let's get right into it. First things first, serving grip. We're going to choke the racket, okay? We're going to start from the service line. We got to make sure we got the feet correct. Again, we've discussed this before. The front foot, the lead foot, the one that's closest to the net, it's at 45-degree angle. The back foot, heel to arch, and step out just a tiny bit. Good. Get into your trophy position. With choking the racket again, check your feet. Good. All right. Toss. Fantastic. Let's get right into the toss. All right. This is a separate technique that you will be working by yourself. You will take a ball. You will it depends how you hold the ball. Like I like to hold it like this. All right. Some coaches recommend holding it like an ice cream cone. There's different ways to toss it. All right. There's a Roger Federer style where he tosses like this, and as he lets go, the arm keeps going up. All right. And there's other ways you can toss it like this, and that's the way I toss. It really is a preference. Okay, the difference between the two, they feel like there's a lot more movement here in the wrist that could deviate the ball from the perfect toss, as opposed to moving like this. All right, but really, it's for you to decide, and you trial and error. All right, fantastic. What you're gonna do is, before you start serving, now that we need to talk about when we toss, we don't want the ball to spin, okay? Try and toss in such a way where there is no spin, and it's a technique. A lot of the young athletes, have no idea that the ball is not supposed to spin. And the reason that is because we want to be able to see the ball clearly, especially after it reaches its peak up there when we hit it. Okay, so it's really, really important. All right, fantastic. So first things first is work on tossing without a spin. Now, this is not going to happen over a few minutes, or maybe over an hour, or maybe a few days. Okay, so do a little bit of tossing without trying to get no spin, and eventually go into what we're going to go right now, the serve. All right, let's get right into it. All right, I got my trophy. I got my arm. My arm is across the service line. All right, across the service line. I will bring it as I shift my weight. So all of my weight is on the left foot. I will shift my weight back and bring my tossing arm in between the two pockets, right in the middle. All right, so it's not gonna stay here and then I toss. No, I'm gonna bring it all the way back in between the pockets, and my toss will go this way, not directly up. It could go directly up, but I do more of a loop toss. All right, so it goes this way and loops this way, back, and into the court. So first, it's in the court. You bring it out of the court, and then you toss back into the court. Okay, it's important to toss back into the court as opposed to out of the court, because then you're going to be hitting from back here, as opposed to having your weight shift go into the ball, and that's really crucial. All right, now you can also do it by having directly going straight back, but usually the contact is inside the court. Professionals hit the ball inside the court, so I'm assuming that what they're doing, even if the toss is directly parallel to the baseline, the ball is still going inside the court. Okay, so here we go. Check your stance, check your grip, choke the racket for now. Heel to arch, step out, ball inside the court, take it out, toss back into the court, but behind you. Okay, again, behind you is not that way, it's this way. All right, toss back, and this is where the technique for the red ball changes. As opposed to dropping and just touching it, we have to drop, and then as if we're gonna throw the racket right into the ball while staying sideways. Notice I did not rotate my body and did this. I am dropping and going around and throwing a tomahawk into the ball, and then right at the last second as I reach the ball, I'm going to internally rotate my shoulder. Okay, now a lot of the coaches use the word pronation, and I've figured, I've done a bunch of research on this. Apparently it's not enough. Pronation itself is just only here, but after pronation happens internal rotation of the shoulder. Okay, so really we want to focus on the internal rotation of the shoulder and forget about the word pronation at all. Maybe hopefully it will die out as the time moves on along. Okay, so here I go again. Toss back, boom, and throw and pronate, and we're gonna point your thumb into the back fence like this. Notice I have this arch on my elbow. You can have an arch. Some professionals don't have an arch. I guess it's an over-exaggeration, and maybe it's good. Okay, maybe it's good. What we want to see is this shoulder over shoulder idea, like so. Okay, so here I go. Let's start it. Check your stance, check your grip, check your toss, shift back, toss, and as you throw your racket, you shift forward. That's why the toss is inside the court. Shift back, toss, that toss. One more. And here I go. Notice I've hit the ball with my face looking this way. A lot of the young athletes hit the ball like this, where the arm is crossing the eyesight, or crossing like this, all right? Or like hitting like this. No. We're as if we're looking above. You're gonna tilt your head back. Again, shift back, toss. Notice I had a straight arm, and throw the racket and pronate as you go all the way up to here. Okay, you don't need to go all the way down, but you can go just up here, and that is all that's needed. Okay, what you're gonna do is practice just hitting down the line, and that's all that's required. And that's the technique for the orange ball. Check it out, do it slowly. You want the ball to spin. Sometimes kids, athletes, hit the ball and the racket's like this. All right, so let's say that's the net and the racket is like this. No, we want the racket at this point. Why? Because we're trying to get some spin. If the contact is like this, how does the racket need to move to create spin? Like so. Have you ever seen anybody hit the ball like this? No. So it's like this, and this is the motion. You get the pronation and you get the internal rotation. Okay, let's use the word internal rotation of the shoulder. They need to be able to understand this part. Okay, so let the ball come down a bit, let the racket hit it at sort of 45 degrees. Okay, try it out. You want to get consistency as always. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.